You won't believe what these celebrities did in private. In the dazzling world of celebrity culture, we're used to seeing glamorous red carpet appearances, perfectly polished interviews, and curated Instagram stories. But what happens behind the scenes, in private, when the cameras are off and no publicist is around, can be far more intriguing. Some celebrities have shocked the world not with scandals or controversies, but with their unexpected acts of kindness, unusual private habits, hidden talents, and even secret struggles. These stories often remain under the radar, far from the gossip tabloids, and reveal a more human, complex, and sometimes unbelievable side of fame. In this video, we'll uncover the jaw-dropping, heartwarming, and occasionally bizarre things that celebrities have done in private, moments that not only surprise us but completely change how we view them. Let's start with someone who needs no introduction, Keanu Reeves. We all know him as the cool, stoic action hero from The Matrix and John Wick, but what most people don't know is how incredibly generous he is behind the scenes. In private, Keanu has quietly donated millions of dollars to children's hospitals and cancer research centers, all without seeking publicity. He also gifted each member of his stunt team Harley-Davidson motorcycles after filming John Wick 3. One of his former co-workers once revealed that Keanu secretly set up a trust fund for a colleague's family who was going through a financial crisis. Then there's Adele, the British powerhouse vocalist, known for her soulful ballads and commanding voice. Privately, Adele has been praised for her down-to-earth behavior and surprising humility. During the pandemic, she was spotted personally delivering meals to elderly neighbors in London. But one of the most touching moments was when she secretly paid for an entire college tuition for a fan she met during a concert meet and greet, after learning the girl couldn't afford school. Adele asked for no recognition and only came forward years later when the fan revealed it publicly. Her private actions remind us that fame hasn't hardened her heart. Another jaw-dropping story involves Johnny Depp, not for the reasons headlines often cover, but for what he did outside of the courtroom. Away from the cameras, Johnny regularly visits children's hospitals dressed as Captain Jack Sparrow, staying in character the entire time. He spends hours making sick children laugh and smile, often without any media presence or fanfare. These visits are not promotional stunts but private missions of love. He even flies himself across countries just to make these appearances happen, scheduling them quietly between film shoots. For many of these children and their families, his private visits are unforgettable moments of joy in otherwise dark times. Moving to another unexpected name, Lady Gaga, who has shocked the world with her bold performances and avant-garde fashion. But in private, she's made headlines for something entirely different: how deeply she connects with her fans on a personal level. Gaga runs a secret mental health support network through her Born This Way Foundation, personally reaching out to fans battling depression, anxiety, and trauma. She has been known to call fans privately, send handwritten letters, and even pay for therapy sessions. One fan revealed she helped them through a suicide crisis via direct message, a story that never went public until much later. Behind the wigs and theatrics, Gaga is deeply empathetic, using her influence in profound, private ways. Then there's Chris Evans, the man behind Captain America, who once pulled a real-life superhero move that hardly anyone knows about. In 2022, Chris was walking his dog in Boston when he saw a car accident happen nearby. Without hesitation, he rushed to help the passengers, called 911, and stayed with them until emergency services arrived. He never talked about it publicly, and the story only surfaced when a witness tweeted about it. Evans also mentors young actors privately and is known in the industry for randomly sending uplifting texts to colleagues going through hard times. His private actions show that he's not just a superhero on screen. Rihanna, now a billionaire mogul, also leads a surprising double life. Beyond her Fenty empire and music fame, Rihanna has secretly funded over 20 scholarships for students from Caribbean nations to study in the US through her Clara Lionel Foundation. She has also quietly donated to domestic abuse shelters, often under different names to avoid attention. One of the most jaw-dropping moments came in 2023 when it was discovered she personally arranged for emergency aid to be delivered to a hurricane-hit island in the Caribbean by renting private cargo planes and sending staff from her own company to assist in distribution. No press, just action. Rihanna's quiet power speaks louder than any red carpet. And then we have Tom Hanks, famously dubbed America's Dad, who lives up to that title more than most know. Privately, Tom has written thousands of personal letters to fans over the years, not emails or DMs, but actual, typed letters. He even sends typewriters as gifts to fans who show interest in writing. There was a case where he paid for a struggling actor's acting classes after meeting him at a charity event. And perhaps most touching was when he quietly funded the wedding of a couple who were both survivors of the Boston Marathon bombing, after learning how his films helped them through recovery. These stories show that Hanks's off-screen character might be even more inspiring than any he's played. Let's also talk about BTS, not just the global K-pop phenomenon, but the individuals behind the fame. Known for their massive ARMY fanbase and sold-out stadiums, BTS members have privately donated millions to causes like Black Lives Matter, UNICEF, and youth mental health. What fans didn't know until much later was that these donations were often made anonymously. Jungkook once paid for the medical treatment of a fan he didn't know, while has bought and donated rare books to libraries to promote art and history preservation. Their influence goes beyond music, and their private philanthropy has earned respect even among critics of the celebrity machine. Another surprising entry is Emma Watson, whose image of polished elegance masks a deeply committed, private activist. Emma has funded education projects for girls in countries like Bangladesh and Malawi, often traveling there without security or press. She secretly sits on advisory boards of global organizations promoting female education and human rights, contributing both time and personal funds. When asked why she keeps these actions private, she simply said, "The point isn't for people to talk about me. It's to talk about the work." Her integrity and humility speak volumes. Finally, we have LeBron James, a towering figure in basketball and pop culture, whose private life includes one of the most admirable acts in celebrity history. LeBron didn't just fund scholarships or donate money, he built an entire school. The I Promise School in Akron, Ohio, provides free tuition, meals, uniforms, transportation, and college scholarships. But what most people don't know is that LeBron is personally involved. He visits regularly, mentors students, and writes letters of encouragement. In a world obsessed with tabloid gossip and social media spectacle, these stories remind us that celebrities are capable of much more than meets the eye. Behind the filters, the fame, and the fortune, there are human beings with compassion, purpose, and sometimes, extraordinary humility. The most powerful stories aren't always the ones that dominate headlines, they're the ones whispered in hospital rooms, sent quietly through handwritten letters, or revealed years later by grateful strangers. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.